Hey, welcome to the next match of Dark Ages Mix. Playing Warfrat. I guess this is the round of 8. Something like that. No landscapes. And no fortress. Fortress would be bonkers here. But I'm trying to see what the payload probably looks like. I mean, it probably involves Grave Robber. Most likely. You can, of course, basically crank out as many villagers as you want using Grave Robber Recruiter interactions. But you're going to want Curse Villages anyways for the draw. Definitely. And then beyond that, I don't know. I'm not seeing a lot for Armory to do here. Conceivably, it could have some interactions with Exorcist as a way of pumping out imps. Yeah, you could do some work to get a ghost if you wanted to, but I'm not sure that's worth the effort. Though, maybe. And of course, Squire can have some pretty nice interactions with Curse Village. Question here, I guess, would be whether you want to open the remake or whether you want to do an opening that makes you more likely to hit the recruiter. That to me is maybe the distinction here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the remake. He follows. I get the recruiter anyway because I'm lucky, and I get the double estate. Well, that was fairly likely given what had happened with the recruiter, but of course it was still quite lucky. I'm not sure if the acting troupe, I can't decide if the acting troupe offers much for you at this stage. Obviously it's different for him. He doesn't have the recruiter. At the same time, I mean, it may be okay for me too if I don't have a, if I don't care to get another silver here. It's just bad with the, it's pretty bad with the magic lamp. Is the main thing against it. On the other hand, it lets you just basically get rid of an estate for some villagers. Though you can just immediately get rid of an estate by going with the secret cave. I'm going to say that I don't need the acting troupe. I think buying a 5 is better than setting up for the 4 next time. So I'm going to go ahead and get Curse Village. Let's see what, okay, we got Fear, so no harm done. I don't think there are any attacks on the board, are there? So the Squire specifically does nothing for as far as trashing the Squire. Not that it does nothing at all. This could be just a big trashing turn, and it looks pretty good as that. And to get some villagers turn. Probably get a second Squire turn. Obviously, things are going quite well for me at this point. Okay. This will be a guaranteed activation. how many exactly of these other cards I can and should play, I have to figure out. Like, it may be safe to play the Squire. I may trash this other Secret Cave. I'm not sure. I guess I can just trash stuff. Get activated. Let me count. I'm up to 3 already. Well, those won't all be unique necessarily. It doesn't hurt me to cycle one more though, because I'll still have 1, 2, 3, 4, the uniques. I believe. And I'm up to 1, 2, 3. I can't play the Squire, but I can trash the coppers, right? Maybe I go with... Yeah, I think I'll go with this. Probably don't need a silver. I just wanted to buy the 5, basically. So I'm like super far ahead. This will be another curse village, I think, for me. That's okay. The curse gain there is totally okay. Yeah, that's like just a super, super lucky draws for me. I don't even know what turn that was, but I was just gonna fly from there, basically. I mean, my opening hand on that turn wasn't good, but it didn't matter. I was like 2 or 3 turns ahead of him. Okay. This has sewers with some single card trashers, so that's always nice. He has a 5-2, which is not great here. Maybe an understatement. Tragic Hero, or not Tragic Hero, Recruiter here would be really great. Again, for a similar reason as the last turn. Last game. As it is here, I'm trying to think if you can do a hermit trick. Hermit tricks. You can. This is similar to the last game I played against Kaplane. It was a little better there because of the whatchamacallit, the Horn of Plenty. But you can still do it here. Actually, almost many of these were the same cards. You can also supplement a little bit of apprentice draw if you're doing roguing stuff. There's a lot of trashing and regaining you can do here. I'm not sure how hard you need to go for just the I'm not sure how hard you need to go for just getting the Madman, but you can definitely make some stuff work here. I guess I'll take an apprentice here. I need a rogue and a grave robber. Tragic Hero isn't that great. I don't think. But there's just, I think in the end you're going to end up terminal limited. I don't remember what we had on the other. Oh, it was a recruiter, wasn't it? In the you could recruit silvers that you gained with Hermit. Which was more of a village effect. We also had a necropolis, I think. It was more of a village effect than you get here from just playing Hermit. I mean, you can gain actions that you trash to sacrifice. But you will run out of those, probably. I'm trying to think if you net any terminals if you do it that way. Like if your Hermit play essentially is gaining you a Madman and an action you can trash to sacrifice, except the issue is that you have to you have to play a rogue and a Hermit basically to get those things back. Doesn't really net you actions. I think there's no like net village effect here, but this will be a copper estate trash. And then another Hermit gain. Oh, I get another one. Well, sure. I wish I had another copper, but this is still okay with me. He gets the Devil's Workshop, which should be good. Oh, there's Ghost here. I guess there was Ghost maybe on that other game too. There's Ghost, so you can get a little bit more out of that. I guess I'm gonna be clean. I need a rogue. I can probably get a Ghost here. Okay, I can't afford the rogue yet because of the situation here. Now I'm not sure if I should even... Now I'm not even certain I should get the Ghost. What's the play here? I mean, I need to be able to buy a rogue at some point. I guess I can get silver. I mean, the issue, quote unquote issue, the problem here is just trashing a little bit more maybe than I want, but, or in some ways, less than I want, I guess. Okay. Leprechaun could be nice. I may just trash the Leprechaun, to be honest. And buy a rogue. Why did he trash his sacrifice? Did he apprentice it? Oh, he apprenticed it. Okay. I'm gonna say no to that. I could play Hermit twice here with the Ghost. That seems alright. I don't know if I'll be able to manage the wish this turn. Maybe. It seems far-fetched, but I think my issue is going to end up being villages. He has two devil's workshops. Okay. Okay. Then I can rogue for a thing. Probably I'm not going to make it, am I? I don't believe so. He didn't get a wish, did he? He didn't even play one. Okay. Managed to confuse myself. Oh no, he trashed my gold. What's better here, getting another apprentice or getting a madman? I guess I shouldn't have got this hermit at all, probably. I wouldn't mind having some... Oh, you can gain imps are... That's a good point. Imps are basically a non-terminal action gain through the Devil's Workshop. That's sort of a way of generating actions here. That's interesting. I didn't really think about that. So I will take one. I'll take this Devil's Workshop that he threw in the trash. For sure. I guess he's going to buy an apprentice or a rogue and ghost it. He goes to the Tragic Hero. Interesting. I think that's fine too, but maybe not my first pick. I'm going to try it. Okay. So far I'm managing to trash my deck out, but not do a lot else. Miserable I can live with. Sure, why not? I don't think I did that turn correctly, but... But it wasn't too bad. I think it probably just doesn't work. The this sort of the dream deck here. I'm not certain you can actually make it go. At least not for very long. So if that's the case, what am I doing here beyond just playing the rogue and gaining an imp, of course? with Devil's Workshop. I don't know what I gain actually with the Rogue. Probably, well, gold is okay. And, Tragic Hero is okay too. I mean, I can certainly province. Though I don't really get anything nice with it. Maybe he's gonna get. He gets a wish. Now I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it, but it looks pretty good. See if he gains a Grave Robber or Rogue or something. The MC gained along the way were nice. We're still like nowhere near a 3 pile. I'm not certain whether it's oh, you can't get imps back from the trash either. I kind of expect him to province. You can probably straight up double or double next turn, maybe triple. Probably triple. Actually, pretty easy triple. So that's definitely possible consideration. Okay. Imp. This is really bad, actually. This is like unbelievably bad. Now, if I had the ghost in hand, I would say that if I had the ghost in hand, it would be recoverable. well, I mean, really not good, but I mean, I basically have like 3 apprentices sitting down in here. I'm not sure. Like, even playing on isn't all that likely to do me much good. Or a considerable amount of good. Because really what I want here is to play the rogue to gain a tragic hero on the top at the end of the turn, and then ghost it. But I can't do that. So what are my options? Like, just buy province doesn't really do much for me. This is not good. What hurts is not playing the ghost, because it just removes a lot of threat. Well, I'm just not going to have anything on the same level of output as he will on this turn. And I needed to sort of be in a position to threaten a triple province myself, though I don't know that I was really going to have the resources for that. I mean, it probably wasn't impossible if I get the full draw, and depending on what I can do with that, but as is, it's going to be pretty impossible. Because almost no matter what number of provinces he takes, I mean, I just have to play to a dud, like a complete dud. Because if he has apprentice in hand at the start of his next turn, he'll just, get as many provinces that he needs. Quite easily. I see that he was also able to get the leprechaun this turn too, so that's gonna make it hard. I don't know, did he really need to draw that? Maybe there's a reason. Didn't feel like he needed to draw it, but I guess maybe he wanted the wish. Maybe it was to get the wish so that his grave robber can have a 5 to hit and he can quad. I mean, not quad, but triple. I don't think he has that much money to quad, but if he does, more power to him. triple should be easy. I think he didn't even really trash treasure, so that looks pretty safe. Okay. Okay, he did have enough money to triple, but not. He didn't. He just put a Tragic Hero on the top. That's a little odd, right? The Tragic Hero on top doesn't actually help you draw, right? I mean, it's technically dead for getting on with it there, right? I mean, you don't have actions. I guess it's conditional on you having like a sacrifice in hand with another action. It's really good, but that's kind of a lot. I mean, all he needs is like an apprentice. But anyway, don't trash. I don't really know. You know what I can even do here? Much. I mean, I expect the answer is nothing. Nothing-ish. Probably getting to the pardon me, the wish activation is not too hard. Whether it's the play, maybe another consideration. So I can imp and sacrifice something. Potentially, say, a Tragic Hero. I mean, I'm looking here to just gain like one province, right? Basically. And then go something. Okay. What am I up to? 1, 2, 3, 4. So can't really draw this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I gotta apprentice something here. First, and then imp the leprechaun, and then play the rogue. Oh, he has 2 sacrifices. Like, how does he keep playing this many actions on a turn? But I guess the wheel spinning that I was sort of against is what you have to do in order to activate Leprechaun. So that's something. All right. I think I know what I want to do. I don't think it's especially good, but we'll do it anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rogue. This. Just need a province. Because he gets more, I'm lost anyway. Okay. Well, he had an apprentice in hand. It was definitely possible for him to stop with just a single province buy. I don't think I was really going to have the output to get the duchies, but I mean, it wasn't. I don't like the Tragic Hero top deck for him, but he got apprentices on top, so mean, if he had drawn, he could have definitely dudded. Any dud he got was likely to have, or was somewhat likely to still buy province, probably. Because it was likely to have at least a couple gold in it. So that, and even duchy was going to make it somewhat hard for me because I was trying to catch up with the misery as well. So it looked a bad all around, but I don't know how the 5-2 is here. Because you can counterfeit. I don't know what you open, if it's a Tormentor open or the counterfeit. Because draw, you don't really like draw, so the imps maybe aren't the biggest deal versus getting thin. So I'm going to open the counterfeit. You can still pick up a Tormentor, of course. Assume he's going to go silver. I don't know. He may opt for a Trasher over a Silk Merchant, but Silk Merchant looks pretty good too. So he goes with the Salvager. This I'll probably get Tormentor. There's a limit to how many silvers you want here. Okay, this could be like Research Silk Merchant. This is not the best draw. Probably just hit another Silk Merchant. Do that. That's not, I don't know if it's good or not. I mean, it's good, but how good? So should I get, I should get a Swashbuckler now. I'm bottom decking stuff pretty consistently. Just depressing. Basically I set aside some stuff here though, so this is okay. I forgot I had set aside that stuff. This makes that considerably better. What do I have in here? Just a swash, so I'll leave it. Okay, I gotta check money here. Probably double 4 is good. Grave Robber should be considered at some point. Salvager maybe. But double 4 looks pretty good. Mining Village something. Silk Merchant most likely. Which means I just don't need to trash the silver. I mean, I guess I could consider going up to 12, but I mean, maybe I should consider going up to 12. Guess I'll wait. Maybe this should be double Mining Village. Feels like I have a pretty good amount of. I would gain another imp here if I had enough villagers, but I don't. So this is baloney. I'll just say that. This is straight up not right. Didn't find research, maybe research would have just been minimally better than the mining village, but or not, sorry, minimally better than nothing. Well, quite a bit better actually to find a research there. Anyway, this is not running good. And this is like all the draw too. Probably should have drawn on. Can't do it now. Probably should have drawn on just to get through more of it. I'm going to do research first here. I even gave him a coffer with my thing. It's awful. This was a fortunate draw, roughly, for me. Okay, let's think here. I can get up to 5, 6, 7, 8. That's pretty good. Should be the silver. I wish I had a hand like that. All right. How to build for me? He's maybe a little over trashed. Not. I mean, he just needs to add payload back in. It's more what I mean. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna have an opportunity to get anything into my discard. I don't think so. So the swashbuckler's certainly not activating. There's not really ways to do it. I mean, there is. You can grave rob stuff. Not the top decking one, but trashing and gaining. Can put stuff in there for your grave robber. Okay. There's still salvager. That I can get behind. For sure. I mean, he can get it back, but this is just my life now. Just mining villages are not allowed to appear in the top of my shuffle. How did he get the coffer again? Oh, because I keep getting attacks that put things into it, and he always has it at the top. That's not great. This doesn't matter. But it's not donating 2 coffers like mine are, I guess. Well, I shouldn't complain. I got to trash a mining village. Now that other one, whatever happened, that wasn't so useful, I don't think. But probably need a second grave robber. And just top deck a mining village is sort of the safest thing. Well, spice merchant's kind of safe too. Silver is a little weird to me, but maybe it was worth a lot more to him than anything else. Well, we had to spend a thing, which isn't ideal. Not thrilled about that. I wouldn't say. What's my last card? Not sure. Yeah, whatever. I'm completely toast here. Hey, diluted, that's always fun. Is there any pile rush I can do here to... Any piles I can lower to give me a wacky outside chance? Probably the answer to that is no. He'll just green on his turn anyway. He's essentially forced to mostly. I mean, I guess I could have got as many silk merchants as I could and hoped I could blow up mining villages. I don't know, that just looks... it still looks pretty unlikely. To me, that I had a finish if I lower stuff. Because I have to be able to also outscore whatever he scores here. And it was only 2 Silk Merchant buys that I could do, so not that wild. Those would have been down to 3, and then I would have needed some number of death cards in those too. Two golds. I mean, it would have at least forced him. I mean, he couldn't have scored that much, just a province. I don't know what the buys are at. If I can blow up mining villages and finish. It would be like gaining counterfeit and trashing something into Silk Merchant, and then counterfeit. It wouldn't be a lot of money. So it would be, what would be needed would be a lot of buys. As I have the point. So the counterfeit would give me there's a salvage or two. Counterfeit. It's 3, 4. How many buys do I need? Let's say the Grave Robber's gaining a Silk Merchant. I don't know that I even have an action to do that with, but maybe it's the Tormentor. Let's pretend that that's the case. Get the Silk Merchant. Then we're down to 4. 4 buys plus 9 buys, and then we can reduce that by however many other times we have $4, which is like, we might get probably 0. It's probably just 0, right? Oh no, I have lots of money. Well, 10-ish, 10, 20. We are using 16 of it for Silk Merchants. But probably a couple death cards is doable. And then if we get a couple death cards, then we only need, well, that's 6 buys still, and then 11. Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to have it, am I? It feels like the only way I win is if I win right now. It doesn't really feel in reach. I'll just try it, and I'll resign if it doesn't work. Which it may not work very quickly. Last 2 are swashbucklers. I don't have like anything approaching the amount of stuff I need. Like, it's not even close. I would assume I can convert the Tormentor into a Silk Merchant. Now if, well, this just not gonna work. I also don't even get really much money from this, from the counterfeiting. It's just like purely getting buys. I wonder if Silk Merchant is better. Or, sorry, if another counterfeit is better. Or like another, I wonder if there's like a way to chain some grave robber gains. Probably not. I can't even play all of the well, I was one short. Well, I was a little more than one short, but this is me committing suicide. All right. That's his. He still had a bunch of villagers. It'd be real funny if he has a dud and I could have just done whatever. I don't even know if there was like a dud hand in his deck though, to be perfectly honest. I didn't have to do that, obviously. Okay. I could have just played a normal turn and seen what I got. Because he could still mess up. I mean, there's no reason to like suicide when your opponent still has decisions to make that they can potentially screw up. What's the druid here? Card. So I'm going to go silver tournament. Try and buy as many recruiters as I can. Try and hit menageries. There's a lot of stuff you can do to build here. I like these grave robber rogue kind of decks. They're fun. I guess he's going for that as a sewer / recruiter kind of play, which makes sense. I think. There's also, of course, he can buy the lurkers. Which are good too. He trashes. I kind of find that odd versus just gaining mining village, but it looks like he's probably not getting hurt for it. Because he's really likely to just get them both back. I think. Maybe I should have passed on the lurker. Squire looks... I don't know how much money... I guess with... I'm not sure I like Squire better than nothing, to be honest, here. I can't decide if I should get a third recruiter or should I go for like a rogue or something. You can just blow the mining village up. He's got nice sewer stuff going on here. I assume he has his menagerie. No, okay. I'm not sure about the silver gain. I guess I can trash the survivors if I want to trash a card. That doesn't do a whole lot for me though. I'm just so far behind him. I'll be able to province here. Super easy. Not that you have to have the province, but I don't like the squire or the silver, additional silvers. I would have tried to get to 8 a different way, but than having 2 squires in the deck. But whoa. Stupid sewers. I don't even know what I'm trying to do here. It's like completely hopeless. My deck is so terrible compared to his. The recruiter play is even really not going to do much for me. It's unlikely to do anything for me. Oh boy, I've botched this. Or he just played it clean and got way ahead. Some mix of those. Actually, I should do a menagerie, shouldn't I? Whoa, I have too many recruiters. What have I done? I think Princess is probably the nicest thing. He should be able to get all 3 this turn. He should be able to get 2 easy, but probably all 3. Like if he just takes followers here, he can do lurkers for another tournament, and then... Alright, I guess we'll get out of here. So he wins 3-1. Orfrat's my bane in the mixes. Anyway, I'm going to play Orfrat. We're going to do a mix for League on Saturday. So, thank you all for watching. Sorry I kind of played badly, but anyway, tune in for more whatever Dominion, blah, 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 blah. Bye.